Hi guys, this is Megha Movandia from a Corona cave in Mumbai, India. I've got a bunch of responses from those of you who have watched my previous video with tip number 1 and 2. I'm glad you enjoyed it and I'm so happy that it seems to be working for you. For some of you, there have been challenges with the independent play and I'm hoping to address it in further sessions. But just as a tip, if your child is struggling with independent play, the reason is probably connection. So play with them and you will see they'll be able to play independently better. Today I would like to talk about what's prevalent in my mind and what seems to have come up as big issues amongst parents who've reached out to me. So tip number 3 for today is play tag. The Prime Minister announced that the quarantine in India is to be extended to 21 days. I heard the news and I didn't know when and how it came and hit me. I wasn't able to get out of bed till 4 p.m. yesterday. I did get out and get the food ready and get the kids into their classes, those Zoom calls. But I wasn't able to think, I wasn't able to operate. I could feel a sense of lethargy and anxiety that was enveloping me and fogging my brain. I had the privilege to be able to play tag with my husband and he took over and gave me the space to zone out. We're all going to respond very differently to these situations. It's important we find somebody to play tag with in the small unit that we're living in so that we're able to give space to these feelings when they come. The bottling of these feelings isn't going to help anybody. Most of all, it's not going to help our children. So tip number 3, play tag. Tip number 4, negotiate. This is especially for those families where there is a difference in quarantine values. There are families in India especially where we're living in joint families. There are grandparents, parents, co-sister-in-law, brothers, sisters living together. And they're all adults with the rights and decisions of their own. But over here, in this situation, those decisions are being impacted by the impact of those decisions is being felt by everybody. Normally, my suggestion in situations like these is to zone out and do your own thing. That is not the case right now. We are in this quarantine for an extended period of time. We don't know how long this quarantine is going to go on for. We need to respect this quarantine and we need to learn to coexist in harmony. For that, we need to negotiate and come to a common ground of understanding so that we don't feel that our rights are being trampled upon or our concerns for our families are being trampled upon. So how do we start this process of negotiation? Number 1, you need to listen to yourself. Have you figured out what the quarantine values look like? Everybody is looking at the situation differently, and rightly so. Each government is responding differently, each person is responding differently, even within a family. First step we need to do is look at what are the quarantine values for me. How is this impacting me and what makes it feel comfortable for me? Once I find comfort in the limit within myself, I'm in a position to be able to look at what does this mean for others in my family. If there are elders in the family who are used to having staff around and are now not able to operate without them, how do I make it easier for them to understand and accept the boundaries of this quarantine? Create an atmosphere of light and play. As you create that atmosphere of lightness and play, you will see that there is a better atmosphere to negotiate. So it's a two-pronged strategy. 1, find the voice within yourself to figure out what it is that you are looking for in terms of quarantine values. 2, to bring it to the table in an atmosphere which is welcoming for conversation and negotiation. I am sure you're going to be able to come out of this stronger and happier as a family. Best of luck. So just to repeat, tip number 3 was to play tag and allow those feelings to envelop when they need to, and know that they will pass. And tip number 4, negotiate. This is not the time to build up pressure cookers. This is not the time to feel that you're not being heard or being invisible. This is the time to find it within you, to use the reasons why you're living in the family and put it into action. Thank you. Best of luck. Stay safe. Until the next update. This is Megha Mawandia. Please do share any comments, any feelings that this is bringing up, and I'm going to try to incorporate as much of what you tell me into these video series. Take care. Bye-bye.